Be honest, guys. Do you see all these young entrepreneurs and you tell yourself, oh, it's too late to start? I'm sure a lot of people find themselves in that kind of situation. So, first, I want to introduce myself. My name is Miriam. I'm a wife, a mom, a student, an entrepreneur, a fashion designer, and a YouTuber. I have good news for you guys. Well, you know what? Let's keep it maybe till the end of this session. Today, I'll be discussing the reasons why it is not too late for you to start all over again, or the reasons why it's not too late for you to pursue your dreams. Yes, it is very possible. And I'm here to let you know that Oprah, at the age of 23, Oprah was fired from her reporting job. She just got fired from her reporting job. Today, Oprah is one of the richest women in the whole world. At the age of 24, Stephen King was still a carpenter. I mean, a janitor. He was working as a janitor and he was living in a trailer. So, what am I trying to say? It is never too late for you to start. And you know what? At 30, Harris Ford was a carpenter. And at 40, Vera Wang decided to be a fashion designer. Hi, Kaima. Thank you for joining us. At the age of 40, Vera Wang decided to start her wedding dress. She's a fashion designer today. Vera Wang is about 70 years old and she has made it. She's a billionaire today. So I'm here to let you know that it is never too late for you to chase your dreams. It's never too late for you to start. What is it that you have been holding for so long? What is that thing that you have been postponing? You've been telling yourself, I'm going to start this thing, next month, next week, next year. And then year in, year out, you don't do that. You end up dropping that project. It's you give yourself excuses every single day. You know what? The more you keep waiting, the more it gets tougher for you to start, to begin. Look, I will advise you today to start even when you are not ready. And I'll share my story with you guys. Do you know that I started my YouTube channel like on the spot? A friend of mine came to visit me and then I showed her a video I did because I'm a fashion designer. I made head wraps and matching face masks. I made this video and then I was showing people how to wrap, the head wrap, how to tie the head wrap. And then she was like, babes, Miriam, this is YouTube content. I'm like, what do you mean? Okay, she said, you should start a YouTube channel today. I said, what do you mean by that? She said, start a YouTube channel today. This is YouTube content. Post it. Post it. I'm like, are you serious? She didn't allow me land. She was like, I said, no, but I need to think about the topics. I need to figure out the niche I want to choose and all that. She was like, Miriam, in fact, I'm leaving your house. Don't ever call this number again if you don't start a YouTube channel. I kid you not. I started my YouTube channel on that day because that time I remember that a lot of things were happening to me, and I noticed that a lot of people, it takes outsiders to say that thing, like to confirm it. Like God has been telling me to do this thing, but I'm like, I'm kind of stubborn. And then when people tell me on the outside, I'm like, wait a minute, I've been having this unction for a long time now. Maybe this is the sign. Maybe this thing is gonna work. Let me try this thing. And that was how I started my YouTube channel. I kid you not. And the rest is history. I have been consistent like day in, day out. Like I kid you not. As I'm talking to you, I have episodes, I have videos I have content that will last till like March, April next year, 2021. Now I kid you not. And this is just the first week of December. So guess what? You don't have to wait until you're ready. Like it is never too late for you to start. Don't say, oh, I'm in my 20s and how do I start? How do I do this? How do I look? Start. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. And yes, if you are visiting this page for the first time, I want to say big thank you to you guys. I have great news for you guys. I finally hit my 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks to you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your likes and your love. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button after watching, because I'm going to drop this video on YouTube. So guys, today I'll be talking about how not to don't delay, it's never too late. So I know many people live an unfulfilled life, and it's a common problem. People they will say they feel isolated, they feel lost, they feel like they don't know what is going on. Like people just live each day like the way passing. So but I want to let you guys know that there's nothing that you can put your mind to that you cannot achieve in life. Great things start small, and that is the truth. Thank you, Kaima Designs. Thank you. Thanks to you. I see you. Thank you for your support. It is never too late to start. And some people tell themselves, they give themselves lots and lots and lots of excuses. And in this session, I'm going to dissect 3 most significant untruths. Number 1, it is too late to change it is too late to start because I'm too old. That's a big lie. I just shared Oprah's story. Oprah was fired at the age of 23. At the age of 23, she doesn't like she was still just trying to like get wrap it all around her head. Like, what am I gonna do and all of that. But she never gave up. So I'm trying to let you know now that it is never too late for you to start. Age is just a label. Age is nothing but number. Age is simply a measurement of time, and it doesn't matter. Look, do not base your life with don't compare your life, because when you start comparing your life with other people, you're like, this person has started 2 months ago, this person started 3 years ago. When can I start? When can I ever measure up? Do not start to compare, because by the time you start to compare, you put yourself under unnecessary pressure, trying to fit in when you should actually stand out. So I am imploring you today, whatever it is that you want to do, please go ahead, go for it. If you need help, I'm available. You can DM me, send me a DM on Instagram at Chances Everything, and I'll be more than happy to offer my advice as much as I can. And I want to share a story with you. My mom's best friend, she's a lawyer. She's an attorney based in Nigeria, and then she told me this story years and years and years ago. She just concluded her first degree as a lawyer, and then she was working in a law firm. She was the secretary to the boss, to the head of the company at the time, and then her boss was supporting a group of students, people that were just gaining admission, So this guy comes to the office, and then he would prostrate, lawyers, he will prostrate. Well, he'll prostrate, mommy, good evening, ma, good afternoon, ma, just to see the boss, because she's the secretary, she will arrange the meeting, and then they would see each other, and then, right before our eyes, the boy, the small boy that was in secondary school, he gained admission to university, to study law. And then she was like, okay. So the boy came again and said, oh, mommy, I want to see, the boss, and then she was like, okay, what level are you now? The boy is in final year. He's in final year. And guess what? She said to herself, look, this boy, thank you, Blaze Swain Coattail, thank you. And then my mom's best friend, she was like, okay, you're in your final year now, okay. So she arranged a meeting to see her boss, and then when the guy was leaving, she got home and she told me this story, true life story. When she got home, she was like, what? This guy is going to graduate from law very soon. And in law, according to her, she said very soon he's going to be her boss. Yes, that he's going to be her boss. And that day, Big Mommy she got the forms for her master's degree in Unilag. And that was how she did her master's degree. And she did a lot of other degrees after that. Guess what? As I'm talking to you, she has been appointed by the governor of Lagos State as the Chief Justice, like one of the as the Chief Justice of Lagos State. Yes, so. And that is because she didn't tell herself it's too late. She didn't talk herself out of her dreams. It all depends on your mindset. And once you take that step, once you make that decision that, hey, I am going to leave this stage, I'm moving up, that is it for you. So I want to let you know now, it is never too late for you to pick up that career, pick up that trade, pick up that skill that you've always wanted to learn. Trust me, I learned how to sew in a month. Yes, if I can do it, you can do it. And that's because I was self-determined. I'm like, hey, this thing, I need to know it. I don't care. I don't care what it takes, and it wasn't easy for me. And I've shared my story so many times on this platform that nothing sunk. Like, I didn't understand anything. The first 29 days of learning how to sew, I did not understand anything. And on the 30th day was like God opened my brain and I understood everything. Like, I understood everything they've been teaching me right from, when I started learning how to sew. And guess what? The very next day, I went to my trainer and I went with a fully sewn garment. Like, when I got home, I cut the fabric myself, unassisted, unsupervised. I cut it up and I made a dress, my size, and I wore it. The next, she was shocked. She was shocked. She just had her mouth open like, really? Did you? Or did somebody teach you? No, nobody taught me. So if you tell yourself it's never too late, then it's never too late. And don't compare. Don't start looking, because when you look, you get distracted. When you look too much, because the social media is noisy, and you need to go through. You need to dissect through the noise. You have to really filter through the noise and get to your destination. And I want to let you know right now that no matter what it is never too late to start. And mommy's sake, she inspired me with her story, and I've always followed her like right from time. I know this woman is a go-getter. I know she's not a loser. She's a high flyer. And these are the kind of people that you should actually move with. Move with people that will inspire you to vibe higher. Move with people, friends that will bring balance in areas where you fall short. Not friends that are laid back, not friends that don't have ambitions, people that lack ambitions, people that don't have that, they're no go-getters. You should move with people that are go-getters, people that are high flyers, people that are ready and willing to assist you on your journey to greatness, or people that are ready to assist you on your journey to success. And at this point, I want to give a shout out to Biola Motors. Yes, Biola Motors is a car dealer based in Nigeria, and she's an importer and an exporter. She's into car sales and maintenance, and she has zero tolerance for time wasters. So if you're interested in buying cars or selling cars, shipping cars down to Nigeria or exporting cars from Nigeria, she'll be more than happy to sort it out for you. And it doesn't matter the cost. It could be 70 million, 60 million, and above. She would handle it for you. So I'll leave her link right in the description after this video. So let's go straight to tip number 2. Yes, money mindset. Yes, our money mindset. A lot of people, they work for people, like they are into 9 to 5, they work for other people. And I've been in that shit before. I used to be a banker. I shared my story once, many times. I used to be a banker back home in Nigeria. And, at some point, I started feeling unfulfilled with myself. I'm like, look, babes, you're made for more. There were times that my boss would give me targets. I was given targets to bring $1 million, and I was able to bring in $1 million. And I started telling myself, hey, if you can bring $1 million for another person's business, how much more your own business? If you put in your mind, your efforts, your everything in you, to this business, you will surely make it. And honestly, I started looking into other businesses. I started, trying forex trading, and I was making my salary in one day. And you can also link it up, liken it to your situation as well. Is this something that you have a passion for? But because you're working, you're scared that, oh, I won't be able to pay my bills. You're scared, oh, if I lose this job, this is going to end. Look, life is a risk. If Mark Zuckerberg did not take that risk, he will not have built Facebook today. If people, these greats that you hear about, if they didn't take the risks, they wouldn't have been successful today. Yes, and that's the truth. And I said to myself, hey girl, you need to sharpen your skills. And I started to learn about other trades, and then the moment I actually tasted that you could actually make your salary in a day, like doing your own business, I said, hey, entrepreneurship is for me. So if you're like me and you have a passion for something, maybe you have a skill, maybe you want to start your coaching business, it is something that you should start to, start developing it on the side, start that business on the side. Yes, I'm not asking you to quit your job like today, but please follow your passion. It is never too late to start. Remember Kentucky Fried Chicken? The guy started really, really late. Yeah, he started, I think, at the age of 62. And guess what? Kentucky Fried Chicken is all over the world. It's a great franchise business, and it's a multi-billion-dollar business today. So I want to let you know that it is never ever too late for you to start that business. It's never too late for you to start that journey to greatness, and we need to change our money mindset. Some people are like, okay, I want to do a master's degree, but because they're like, hey, it's too expensive. Look, you need to change your money mindset. No pain, no gain. You have to live, you have to, you have to leave something. You have to sacrifice something to achieve anything in life. And if some people just want to see their bank accounts, getting fat every day. They don't want to see it reduced. But guess what? I always say this thing to entrepreneurs that ask me for advice. When they tell me, hey, is it worth it for me to invest X amount of money on this thing? And I'm like, okay, what is the returns? What's the returns on it, on your investment? That's how you measure if it's worth it. You don't look at the cost. You look at the returns on the investment. If you spend maybe $3,000 on marketing and you make $15,000 like in return, please, is it not worth it? No, think about it. But some people are looking at the money in their account like, hey, I don't want this money to deplete. If you do that, if you keep thinking like that, it's shallow. It's a shallow way of thinking. But if you're not thinking big, you need to expand, broaden your horizon and tell yourself, hey, look, this thing, when I spend money on this thing, and remember, if you don't take risks, I don't know, you're not ready to win. Yes, in every game, you have to take risk. So tell yourself, look, if I spend this X amount of money on this thing, to develop this thing or to buy this thing or to advertise this thing, what am I getting? There's a high likelihood that you would make something out of it, which is the truth. Yes, I took a course. I'm actually taking a course this semester. It's called Human Behavior in Organizations, and I learned that some course. I know some course also has a different meaning in accounting, but some cost is saying that if you spend a lot of money maybe to hire a CEO of a company and the company is making losses, look, the company will not just fire the CEO because they have invested a lot of money in getting the CEO, training the CEO and all of that, because they know that things can still change in the nearest future. So don't say, oh, I've wasted this money. No investment is too much. If it's never too, like, I don't care how much it is. When it comes to education, I don't think any amount is too much. People spend as much as, people spend thousands on coaching, and after the coaching, they make their returns on investment like it's not even tripled. Like they make like 10 times or 20 times of it, and that is the whole idea. So don't ever tell yourself, don't limit yourself, that I don't want to spend this money, or you're looking at your bank account, you don't want it to go beyond. Look, is it not better for your bank accounts to reduce from $5,000 to $3,000 so that later it will increase to $100,000? Is it not better than for you to now have and keep the $5,000 and say, oh, you have money? No, you don't have money. You only think you do, but you don't. So think about it. And if you have that project, that's business, that's skill, that thing that you've been holding back on for so long, I'm here to let you know that it is never too late for you to start. It is never ever too late. Look, thank you so much, Tolu Oluwalokpe. Thank you so much. Some people say, oh, a PhD takes forever to start and finish. How long does it take? 5 years? Look, while you're there saying it takes, for people that actually have the passion, the dream to become PhD holders, that 5 years, while you're talking, 5 years will pass. You don't have the PhD. People that started the PhD now, they already have their doctorate degree. And that's exactly how life is. Some people will say, they'll be looking at the time, that, how long will it take me? They'll be looking at the time as if the time will pass anyways. So why not just do it? It is never, ever, ever too late to start anything, to pursue your dreams. And that is my message for everybody today, honestly. Number 3 is, some people say it is too late to start because I don't have time. Yes, I just finished illustrating with a PhD. If you tell yourself, hey, I don't know, when do I start? When you're calculating, when you're looking at it like it's taking forever, look, that time is gonna pass anyway. Why don't you just start like right now? Honestly. You can start. Some people actually want to start a fitness program or a fitness business. They want to become fitness experts, but they need to work on themselves. And they have already told themselves that, hey, let me lose 50 pounds. Once I lose 50 pounds, I would share my journey, with people. I'll share my story with people on how to lose 50 pounds as well or more, and then for them to lose the 50 pounds, it's taking forever. It's taking years and years and years. And they keep saying, oh, I wish I have that body. I have, you can start now. It is never too late to start. And that is the truth. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. So everything has to do with planning. I remember this time last year, I wrote down a number of grants that I wanted to apply, to for my business, for my fashion business. And, I applied. I had a set, time. I had already set up a time to start applying for these grants. And guess what? I was able to apply for them, and I got 2 out of these grants. So you can also give yourself a timeline. Tell yourself, I want to start this thing, and make it a date. Write out those plans. Tell yourself, look, okay, when do I want to start this thing? Don't ever tell yourself it's too late. It is never and ever, ever too late. So I want to give you an assignment today. What is that thing, that plan, that thing that you've been looking at? Is it a makeup business? Do you want to start your own skincare business? Do you want to start your own hairline? Do you want to start any kind of business at all? I think you should write it down. Give yourself that assignment today. Write down those things. We're about to enter a new year now. Write down the list of things that you want to achieve in 2021 and even beyond, and begin to, go make sure that you follow through. Make sure that you follow through each of those plans. Write it down. Make sure you're specific. Then have an action plan for them. Okay, if you intend to start a business like photography and you know nothing about photography, now you need to start with the trading, getting the equipment right, knowing how to edit, knowing how to take pictures, and if it's a business, registering your business, getting your first clients. So you need to have a timeline. Tell yourself, okay, what's the first step I need to take? That's what we call action plan. What are those steps that you have to take to make that thing possible, to make it a reality? So like I said earlier, if I didn't commit myself to learn how to make clothes, outfits, I wouldn't know how to make clothes today. So I had to tell myself, and I learned it in a month. So it takes discipline, a high, sense of discipline. By the way, I made a video on how to be more disciplined. It's right there on YouTube. Please feel free, search for Miriam Adepoju and then watch my video. I promise you, you will have nothing to regret. You have a lot to learn from it. And I'll be pivoting very soon, but maybe okay, let me just let the cat out of the bag. In addition to my motivational videos, I will be adding funding, how to get funding for your businesses, and things, tricks and tips that would help all of us as individuals, as business people, as students, as whatever it is, whatever career that we do, I'll be sharing lots and lots of resources that would help us to grow as a person. So please watch out for my video. Thank you so much, guys. I want to keep this session as brief as possible, and yeah, in summary, do not compare yourself to other people. Write out those things that you want to do. Give yourself a timeline. And yeah, make sure that don't look at the time. Don't tell yourself that it's too late. Don't look at your age. Don't say I'm too old, or I'm too young, or I'm too this, or I'm too that. Do not talk yourself out of achieving your dreams and goals in life. And I would want to ask if this has resonated with you. Please leave a comment after watching, and please feel free to share this video with your friends. I remain your girl, Chassis Everything, and I'll see you again next week with another powerful and exciting topic. So take care of yourself, guys. God bless you. Bye for now. Bye. See you next week.